Hey everybody, it's Lisa Derby Oden here, MassMEP Project Development Coordinator, and today we're going to be talking to Sarah Healy. Sarah is, we've had a variety of new hires at MassMEP lately, and she is one of those. So good morning, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'd love for you to start out by sort of introducing yourself, telling us, what your job is at MassMEP and not only the job title, but also the things that you're doing in your job.
Yeah, sure. Well, thank you for having me. So my name is Sarah. I just started a little under 2 months ago, so back in March. I am the administrative coordinator. So I work under Robin Anderson. She's now the administration manager. So I'm kind of slowly taking some responsibilities that she had since she'll be moving into more survey work and things like that. So I am sort of manning Salesforce, trying to keep up with the reporting and keeping up with the project managers and the things that they're doing. So if there's past due items, I'll kind of bug them about it, or if there's they're not uploading things, I'll try and get them to move on that. So just taking some of her responsibilities. And I just actually this week I started learning about consortiums. So I
Ah,
actually sat in on one yesterday, a marketing consortium with Tribal Vision. So that was cool. But yeah, so just starting to learn the ropes of it.
so it sounds to me like in your job that you must be somebody who has great attention to detail, right?
Yeah,
Because
I mean, you kind of have to, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, and that's so important, and but not everybody does, and so it's great that you've been able to fill that void pretty well. So thank you for that, Sarah.
You're
Um,
welcome.
so maybe you can tell us, like, how did you find your job at Mass MEP, and what was your career path before you landed with us?
Yeah, so I actually started in the finance world. I come from a larger corporate finance company. I was with them for about 6 years. And I liked it. I started out with, learning about 401ks and nonprofit retirement plans. And then I became a case manager, actually for helping families transition benefits when someone passes away.
Mm,
So it was a little sad, but obviously it was very rewarding. And I had I had a good time with that, as sad as it was. But and then I sort of, after a few years, it was such a large company, I kind of felt like I was getting lost.
mm.
And in a big company, you don't really have support in that way, of finding your own career path. So I started to think about, maybe going elsewhere. And I've known about Mass MEP for quite some time, and heard nothing but good things about it. And I liked, what they did, what we do. And I found it interesting, and the job posting came along, and so I applied for it, and here we are.
That's a good story, Sarah. I mean, not everybody. There are such differences between like great big companies. There's some great things, and there's a lot of people that really
Yeah.
thrive in that environment. And for other people, not so much. They prefer a smaller organization, more where you feel, more like sort of a close family or something
Yeah.
like that a lot of times. And so those are things that we all learn about ourselves, I think, through our career path. So thanks for sharing that stuff.
Yeah.
We're glad to have you with us.
Thank you.
Um, so, and when you said you had been in the finance, I'm going, well, there's that attention to detail again, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so anyway, with that in mind, what are the things that you love about your job, or what's your passion for what you do for work?
Yeah. So I think the main thing, and I've kind of carried this with me in any job or any role that I've ever had. I really, enjoy, and I feel such great accomplishment, seeing things from, whether it be a project or what have you, seeing things from the beginning to the end, and then
Mm,
seeing, the positive outcome. And I feel like, MassMEP does that. They're helping, companies and, kind of drive efficiencies in so many different ways. I feel like it's very cool, especially now starting with the consortiums, kind of seeing people and how they're learning and they're taking in the information and they're so appreciative of it. It will be very cool to see, how that impacts their company.
Well, and since you're helping Robin out too, I mean, you're getting to see like a lot of the impacts, those
Hmm.
numbers and the
Hmm.
actual
Right.
quantification of what happens as well. So you
Mhm.
do get to see a lot of cool stuff in that
Right.
way. So then once you're outside of work, when you shut the door on your job at the end of the day, how do you kick back and have a little bit of fun?
Yeah, so I actually live in New Hampshire. I live I don't know, I mean, some people may be familiar with it, but I live right at the base of Crotchet Mountain. It's a ski mountain. So we love to, my fiance and I, we love to go on hikes. We go for walks. We live on a dirt road with tons of paths and things like that. So we love being outside, being active. I enjoy spending time with my friends and family, like most people do. I'm wouldn't be who I am without them. So I'm happy to have their support with everything. But yeah, just kind of being active and relaxing.
So you're saying Crotched Mountain, and I'm going, I think she's a neighbor of mine. Do you live in Greenfield?
No, I live in Bennington,
Bennington.
actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I live in New Hampshire also. I live in New Ipswich.
Okay, yes. So you are, wow. So we are fairly close. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so
All right.
funny.
Well, that's cool. Didn't know that, right?
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah. No, and I think anybody who lives up here in New Hampshire, we all love the outdoors and just, the beauty of being out in it. So I
Oh,
share
yeah.
that with you too. I always love hearing that. All right. Well, this has been a lot of fun so far. I always enjoy learning more about the people that are working here at Mass MEP. But now we're going to get to the really fun part, which is I'm hoping that you can tell us 3 things about yourself, 2 that are true and 1 that's made up, and we'll guess at the made up one offline.
Okay. Yeah, so I wrote them down because I'm
Fair
horrible
enough.
at telling telling a lie. I will laugh at myself or something. So I wrote them down,
Yeah,
so I'll just read them.
I know. Now go.
Um, yeah. So the first one is that I grew up in a funeral home. The second is that I was on the varsity cheer team all 4 years of high school. And the third is that I love to go to amusement parks and ride on roller coasters.
Awesome. Those are great, Sarah. We'll have a lot of fun trying to figure that out for
Yeah.
sure. Well, I know that you're pretty busy in the role that you have and in tracking down all those numbers and that data and all those details. So I do want to thank you for taking some time to speak with us here today. And I look forward to, bumping into you at the office from time to time in the future.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.